call this meeting to order. Please stand for a moment of silence for our veterans, for our armed forces. May they all be safe and come home safe and sound. A salute to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10, has been complied with and shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
Freeholder Armwood?
Here.
Freeholder Belante?
Here.
Freeholder Kenny? Freeholder Nara?
Here.
Freeholder Tamaro?
Here.
Freeholder Valenti?
Here.
Freeholder Director Rios.
I understand we have some recognitions tonight.
There is one recognition, which is recognizing Romeo Nicholas Tiu as he attains Eagle Scout status.
And is he here?
No.
Okay. Motion to adopt the above recognition.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Freeholder Armwood?
Yes.
Freeholder Nara?
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro?
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti?
Yes.
Freeholder Deputy Director Belante.
Yes. Correspondence.
Each freeholder has been provided with a list of correspondence received by the clerk's office since our last meeting. This correspondence will be kept on file in the office of the clerk of the board for reference.
Motion to accept the correspondence.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have the minutes.
The Board of Chosen Freeholders regular meeting for December 15th, 2016 at 7 p.m. The Board of Chosen Freeholders wrap-up meeting for December 29th, 2016 at 6 p.m. and the Board of Chosen Freeholders reorganization meeting for January 4th, 2017 at 6 p.m.
I have a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Freeholder Armwood?
Yes.
Freeholder Nara?
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro?
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti?
Yes.
Freeholder Deputy Director Belante.
Yes. And we have reports from the freeholders. Freeholder Arnold.
Thank you. Welcome to 2017. The Office of Workforce Development is currently recruiting out-of-school youth between the ages of 16 and 24 years old for its Elite Youth Program. Entry-level internships, training, and employment is a program that helps youth obtain their high school equivalency diploma, provides vocational training, and assists program participants in obtaining jobs. Interested youth are encouraged to contact the Elite Program at 732-293-1341 or stop into the office at the Perth Amboy Career One-Stop Center located at 161 New Brunswick Avenue, 3rd floor, between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. Information is also available on the county's website. Search Workforce Development Youth Program. The Middlesex County Workforce Development Board recently approved a policy that will enable the Office of Workforce Development to utilize up to 20% of its adult and dislocated worker funding for incumbent worker training. This funding will assist area businesses with enhancing employees' skills while averting layoffs. The Office of Workforce Development is slated to begin its first project utilizing the funding early next month. It is anticipated that over 100 employees will receive Six Sigma training, enabling the company to increase productivity, save jobs, and possibly expand in the near future. Specific details will be forthcoming in the following weeks. From the Office of Culture and Heritage, join us for a famous folk opera, a night of, and I'm going to skip that word, opera at Crossroads Theater. I haven't brushed up on my Chinese lately. 7 Livingston Avenue, New Brunswick, Friday, February 3rd at 7 p.m., free of charge. Registration required at 732-745-4489 or Culture and Heritage, all one word, at co.middlesex.nj.us. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Nara.
Thank you, Deputy Director. On January 11th, the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office held a workshop on the procedures for expunging criminal records for both adults and juveniles. This free workshop provided an interactive session with attorneys who outlined the proper way to have those records permanently removed from court and law enforcement files. This workshop was well attended, and future workshops will be forthcoming. On January 9th, S981 was sponsored by Senator Bob Smith, which signed into law changes to the existing Electronic Waste Management Act. This new law clarifies that manufacturers have responsibilities for the recycling of computers and televisions. Middlesex County and its municipalities worked hard to encourage these changes, as our residents have been impacted by the lack of free recycling options for their electronics. We will continue to work with the manufacturers, recyclers, and the state to ensure our convenient recycling program is implemented for our county residents. As mentioned in the Freeholder Director's State of the County Address, the Department of Public Safety and Health will be working on its 2017 initiatives. I will be updating you in the upcoming weeks on the progress of all of these projects. Thank you, Freeholder Deputy Director.
Now, he's smiling already. Why are you smiling already?
I'm smiling at you, Karen.
Oh, all right. Freeholder Tamaro.
Thank you, Deputy Director. I certainly do. Even though we're in the midst of winter, it's never too early to start thinking about the spring and many activities happening in our county park system during the warmer weather. Teams are being sought for the Middlesex County Parks and Recreation Adult Slow Pitch Softball Leagues, with sessions planned for both spring and fall. Those interested can register now and begin play as early as March of 2017. Leagues are formed on a first-come, first-served basis, so send your rosters in soon. More information can be found on the county website or call Aaron Carroll at 732-745-4222. The Middlesex County Conservation Corps is looking to build our 2017 spring queue. Applications can be found online at the Conservation Corps page. The Middlesex County Youth Conservation Corps focuses on three main areas of work: existing trail maintenance and new trail construction, habitat restoration, which include pulling invasive species, and restoration, reforestation, cleanups, debris, and brush removal. For more information, please call Griffith Boyd at 732-745-3064. And finally, don't forget the Roosevelt Family Park Ice Skating Rink, now open through April 2nd, 2017. The beautiful facility has lots of offer all year round, including open skating, birthday parties, rink rentals, and skating lessons. Please contact skating expert Tracy Reed for more information at 732-745-4484 or 732-494-2980 during rink business hours. Thank you, Deputy Director.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Valente.
Thank you, Deputy Director. From the Department of Community Services, the New Jersey Department of Human Services recently released findings on its annual review of the Middlesex County Office of Aging and Disabled Services. I'm pleased to share that the office ranked in the state's highest tier for evaluation. The office was commended for its dedication and service to seniors and caregivers, and was cited for its strong advocacy, partnerships, and creative programming. Congratulations, and thank you to all of the staff involved. And additional good news from our Office of Human Services. The results of the 2016 HUD Continuum of Care application process have been announced, and the Middlesex County Continuum of Care was awarded funds for all of its renewal grants, reallocated projects, and one bonus project for a total award of more than $2.9 million. This represents a doubling of funds since 2013. The increase in funding is due to many factors, including our performance in housing homeless persons, strategic use of resources, and the commitment of all agencies to create one coordinated homeless system. We're very proud of this achievement and want to recognize the commitment and collaboration of Middlesex County staff and our partners. And finally, the annual point-in-time count of individuals and families experiencing homelessness or at risk of becoming homeless will be held coming up on Wednesday, January 25th. Additional information on the event, as well as how to help, is available by calling Harriet Sloan at 732-745-4041. Thank you. That's my report.
Thank you, Freeholder. Mr. Kelso, are there any resolutions to be added?
Yes, Deputy Director, we have one resolution to be added, and that is a resolution to support Ann Barrick Transmission LLC's development of the Poseidon Transmission Project within the rights-of-way of several Middlesex County roads in order to proceed for authorization by the appropriate regulatory authorities. And this would be added as Resolution 17-67.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to
Motion.
add?
Second?
Roll call.
Freeholder Armwood?
Yes.
Freeholder Nara?
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro?
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti?
Yes.
Freeholder Deputy Director Belante?
Yes. Do we have any resolutions to be amended?
There are none.
Resolutions to be held?
There are none.
Resolutions to be voided?
There are none.
We'll now open the public discussion on resolutions listed on this agenda only. And before you start, I just want to remind you, you have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Director. And my name is Charles Cradaville. I'm from New Brunswick. I'm the editor of New Brunswick Today, community newspaper available in print and online. And it's an honor and a pleasure to address you tonight. I do hope that you'll use some discretion if I run out of the 5 minutes, since there are 18 pages of resolutions here. I have some questions that I think are significant and important. First one is about the first resolution on page 2. It says appointing members to the Middlesex County Solid Waste Advisory Committee. Can you tell us who is being appointed? It does not say in the packet I have here.
We can provide the list of those members. They're the members that have been on the board. There are no new members. It's the sitting members that have been there.
So all the incumbents are being reappointed.
Correct.
Okay. Next one I want to ask about is on page 5. The Wilentz, Goldman, Spitzer, Gibbons, PC, and this other firm, Waters, McPherson, McNeil, for bond counsel. Have all of those firms previously served in that capacity for the county, or are any of them new?
To answer that question, the Wilentz firm has been bond counsel singly for a number of years. The other two firms are also recognized bond counsels in the state of New Jersey, which you need to be a member of a bond counsel certification board in order to do that. The freeholders are asked to qualify all three who have submitted proposals, and they're available to us on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, and those two are new to the mix?
Yes.
Okay, so did the county feel there was a need for additional, or you're just trying to keep your options open?
Keeping options open.
Gotcha. Thank you. The next one I want to ask about, right beneath it, the $2.5 million for the golf courses. Can you explain why this is needed, and whether this is going to become a regular thing? I know there were several $1 million spent last year for this similar purpose.
Yes. The golf courses are going through major renovations, which began last year, which includes upgrade to all of the golf carts, significant work on the course itself, on the clubhouse. So it's a second year of a 3-year program to upgrade all those facilities with the intent of obviously increasing play, increasing revenue that will support all of the functions that take place there.
Thank you. Moving forward to page 7. Just want to ask, this hearing on February 16th, is that part of a regular freeholder meeting, or is that a separate hearing? The Green Acres, Perth Amboy Waterfront Park?
Part of the regular meeting. Not a separate meeting. It's the one for the...
Which number are you looking at? I'm sorry.
68, 17-68.
It's part of the regular meeting.
Be part of the regular meeting, okay. And then the next one, the very next one, I want to ask about this 10 acres that the county wants to buy for $4.5 million. Could somebody just tell me a little bit about what's planned there and why now?
Yeah, this is a continuation of the program that's taken place in Carteret along the waterfront. The intent is to make that a recreational facility as an extension of all the waterfront activity and developments going on there as well.
Okay, thank you. Next one I want to ask about is all the way on page 13. Again, membership to the Middlesex County Local Emergency Planning Committee and Emergency Management Council. Who is being appointed?
What number is that?
17-120.
That's page 14.
That's page 14.
Oh, I'm sorry. Page it's on 13 on mine. I'm using the 1 to 6 p.m. meeting, not the 7 p.m. meeting. I'm sorry.
We could provide you a list right after the meeting on that.
Okay, is it all incumbents, or are there new people?
I don't know the answer to that question, that's why.
Okay, I'll follow up.
Yes, please.
So, forgetting the page numbers then, so as not to confuse, I want to just make a point about something that's on page 17 of mine here, 150 and 151, and several others, actually. The one that I'm interested in is the person, can you tell me who was the prosecutor's agent who attended the Open Public Records Act for Practitioners course on December 16th?
No.
No.
No, the county wants to keep it a secret who that person is who got that special training.
It's not the county.
The
prosecutor.
The prosecutor's office has submitted a resolution, and the prosecutor's office wishes to have who goes to what training, as you know, because we've had this discussion before, kept within their purview, and we honor that request for discretion.
Okay.
That's time.
May I have a moment to just address that very quickly?
No.
No.
Okay, well, can't say I didn't try.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak?
I move to close the public portion.
Second. Roll call? Is it roll call?
Voice vote.
Voice vote, okay.
No, I'm sorry, roll call. That's
Okay. All right, I'll do a roll call then instead.
Okay. Freeholder Armwood?
Yes.
Freeholder Nara?
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro?
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti?
Yes.
Freeholder Deputy Director Belante?
Yes.
Freeholder Deputy Director, I do not believe there are any items to be removed from the agenda. I don't think any freeholder has indicated to me.
Okay.
All right. Then if there's nothing to be excluded, a motion would then be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 17-20 through resolution 17-161.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Freeholder Armwood?
Yes.
Freeholder Nara?
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro?
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti?
Yes.
Freeholder Deputy Director Belante?
Yes. We're now open to the public for a discussion. Anyone wishing to speak?
Hello, everyone. My name is Teresa Vivar. I'm the Secretary Director of a Mexican organization here based in New Brunswick, but we serve Middlesex County, more than 30,000 Mexicans that reside in Middlesex County.
I just want to remind you, we have 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to be very brief because basically I wrote everything that I want to say. I just want to pass it along. I have my students working with me, so she's going to give you a copy of what I want to say. But basically, my concern right now tonight is that I represent a population that has been left out for many years. We also pay taxes. We also contribute to in many ways, through businesses, through services, through human capital in many ways to the development of the county. And I think it's important for us to start working together. We have been doing community-based research for the last 10 years, more than 10 years, 15 years with Rocky University, collecting data on the population. And we have been able to conduct different research that allows and build many of the programs that exist in New Brunswick as a pilot programs. And we have been expanding in terms of health and into health promoters. So I'm really trying to connect with you, and I want to try to, we try to send you emails, trying to sit down with each of you. So probably those emails has been lost, but I came here tonight to tell you and give you some of my cards so we can meet, because it's really important to start working towards the service of this population. And the other thing that I want to say tonight is about affordable housing. Middlesex, New Brunswick has been serving as the city that has been receiving many of the homeless, but also we're receiving people from all over the county. And I think it's important to recognize the necessity that all the cities has to support these needs. It's not only that it's affecting us whole, but it's like we have no affordable housing for the majority of us. And again, I'm using not only the reality that we confronting in our daily lives, but also based on the census. And I think it's important, as I'm seeing some of the resolution, is to think about how we're using the dollars, right, and the money of taxpayers, including us, right, and to serve a population. So I'm going to pass one of the projects that we're working on, since you're the chairman director of senior citizens right programs, because it's the Latino population that has been out on many resources. We visit many of the list of agencies that are providing services of the aging population, and not many, I would say only few, are serving the Latino population. So I think that's my concern tonight. I really want to show you the data that I have, the programs that we validate, or me being here tonight, because I'm really concerned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening once again. Charles Cradaville, New Brunswick Today. Through the chair, I'd like to just address a quick question to the newest member of the board, Ms. Nara. Through the chair, I would like to address the issue that I was speaking about during the resolutions. Could the freeholder please just answer? Would you agree to just meet with me for a couple minutes after the meeting so I could explain to you why I think that's an important thing?
Regarding the last question you had? That's fine.
Okay, so we'll talk after the meeting about that. I'm here tonight for a couple reasons. The first, I want to raise a concern about two county roads here in New Brunswick that I feel are dangerous for pedestrians. They are French Street and Easton Avenue. I know that the county has many roads that run through New Brunswick, and they recently redid Jersey Avenue, and the city was saying what a great job the county did on redoing all the curbs and the concrete work. But unfortunately, as part of that project, the county didn't do anything, didn't add one crosswalk, did not stripe a single crosswalk in that project. And I think, relatively speaking, painting crosswalks is a pretty cheap way to improve pedestrian safety, and there's at least a 200-foot stretch of French Street that is heavily utilized by pedestrians, and there's not a single crosswalk on that. There is a high school in that 200-foot stretch. There is just a lot of people walking around there, and I think it would be smart to paint some crosswalks to alert drivers that they should be wary of pedestrians and give pedestrians a safe place to cross that street. I think similar changes are in order for Easton Avenue, and I would urge the county to be proactive and do this so that it doesn't come after someone's been hurt or killed. There's lots of pedestrians crossing every day, and there's no crosswalks on that stretch of French Street. I brought it up before. I bring it up to the city all the time, and they always say that's a county road. They throw up their hands and say that's a county road. So I'm bringing it to the right place now, and I hope that you will take action based on that. I also wanted to ask just a quick question. Could anybody tell me whether it's true that the county building, the old county building, has been sold? And if so, who bought it and for how much?
I think you asked this previously, and I indicated to you that it has been sold. I think I also mentioned you have no idea what the purchase price was or who the buyer was. But it's probably of record, so you could probably just do a search.
I've been trying. I think there's a backlog. So
yeah, it's possible. But really, I don't have the information.
Okay, fair enough. And then I do want to ask some questions about the requirements to file financial disclosure statements. Mr. Kelso, County Counsel, has to file a financial disclosure statement. Deputy County Counsel also has to, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Senior Deputy County Counsel has to.
Yes.
Assistant County Counsel has to.
The employees.
Right. Special Assistant County
Because there are
Counsel.
special assistants who are under contract
If they're under contract, they
I
don't.
believe they do, but I'll
Okay.
check that. I'm not sure, Charlie.
Thank you. I look forward to that answer. County prosecutor has to.
Yes.
Deputy first assistant prosecutor has to.
Yes.
Counsel to the adjuster has to.
I believe so, yes.
Counsel to the improvement authority and the utilities authority.
That's correct.
Has to. Counsel for the county planning board has to.
I believe so, yes.
Counsel to the board of social services has to.
If you're reading the list that's in the administrative code, then I will agree with everything if it's in the code.
I'm not reading
I
the
think
list.
that's what you're
This is a
told.
list I made up myself.
Oh, okay.
But I believe the counsel to the board of social services has to and did for the county. Here's my question. What about the counsel to the ethics board?
Don't know the answer to that.
One would figure if all these other counsels to all these independent government agencies have to, and what the local finance board says, all attorneys for independent local government agencies must file financial disclosure forms.
It does make sense.
It does make sense.
Yes, it does.
So can you tell me, has the Middlesex County Ethics Board attorney, Mr. Anthony Vignolo, filed a financial disclosure statement?
Well, I don't, Mr. Vignolo was appointed later in the year last year, and I do not believe, the board has not reorganized yet this year. So whether he's to be appointed or not, I wouldn't know. But the filing requirement is not yet. So I'm assuming that if he is reappointed, or whoever is appointed, it would make some sense for them to file, and I would make that recommendation to them.
Okay. It's my understanding if somebody's appointed after the April 30th deadline, they have 30 days to file.
Yeah.
He's certainly been in that role for more than 30 days, and I don't believe he's filed. And I think that's setting a very bad example when the
time.
ethics board attorney is not following the municipal ethics law. And I would encourage the ethics board to not reappoint him to be in that role because he's violated the law that he's supposed
You
to,
can
that board
encourage
is
them at
supposed
the
to
meeting, because
enforce.
I know you.
And I encourage people to come to that meeting, January 31st, in this room at 3 p.m., and I hope he's not going to be
You're
reappointed.
going into 6 minutes now.
Thanks for your patience.
Is there anyone else that wishes to speak?
Move to close the public portion?
Second.
If I have a voice vote? All in favor?
Okay.
Aye?
All in favor?
Yes?
Yep.
Yep?
Yes.
Do we have a yes?
Yes.
Okay. We all want to close it. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I know. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.